universities receive assistance from outside sources. Of course, you know Tennessee State University is a state-funded institution, and you notice I did not say state-supported because the funding is there, but it takes more to run a university than what the state could ever provide, and it takes outside participation from not only the corporate world, which is a very important, and also the foundation world, but from individuals, our alumni and friends. And right now, so many students are not able to receive educations based on the fact that they just can't afford it. And it used to be that a family that was, quote unquote, a middle class family could afford to send their children to school. But now with education costing in upwards of $10,000 and $20,000, $30,000 a year, even those families are struggling. But as far as government assistance is concerned, the government does not fund students who are in that middle-of-the-road area. So not only do you have students that are coming from meager resources, but even the students that are coming from well-to-do, so to speak, families are not able to pay for their education. So we have to, as an institution, become proactive in going out and obtaining funds for these students, because you know the strength of our country is through education, and we have to do that. At Tennessee State, we have undertaken a push to try to provide financial assistance as best we can. I guess personally I don't feel like we ever can do enough, but we're doing a lot better than we have in the past. We have had people like Tommy Friss to fund, who is with Columbia HCA now, to fund a chair of excellence and give the university $600,000 toward that.
Now, what does that mean to the university?
What it means to the university, and a lot of people take issue with this, it doesn't provide scholarships, but what it provides is a quality education. In other words, a chair of excellence provides a source of providing a top scholar, or allowing a top scholar to come to our university to teach these students. It provides that person's income, the operational cost of providing education through that medium, and when you talk about a commitment to excellence, you also have to have quality instruction. Not saying, matter of fact, Tennessee State probably has one of the strongest faculty in the country with so many doctorates at that university, over 70% of doctorates, but you're bringing noted scholars and a scholar that would draw students, and so that's important. And we also have people like Oprah Winfrey, who has given or committed $500,000 to the university through scholarship sources. And thank goodness we have her father on our foundation board. Not saying Oprah wouldn't help, but he's been very helpful in that regard, and we appreciate him for that. And you know, when you start calling names, you get in trouble. But some people you need to call.
Made significant contributions to what you're trying to do.
Yes, and those people have. Our alumni has really answered our call. But unfortunately, the answer is not enough. We have to still have help from our alumni. We have an alumni fund drive where our national alumni has committed to provide $5 million over a 5-year period, $1 million a year. It started 2 years ago. Unfortunately, we have not reached that $1 million a year level, but the alumni is trying. But we're going to have to ask our alumni to dig in. We've asked for $100 a year from the alumnus all over the United States of America, the world. And if everybody gave $100 a year for 5 years, we would be well above what we want. Unfortunately, we have not gotten the response that we wish to have, but it's going to take efforts from the foundation and from Alumni Affairs and from the university as a whole to get out here and push for these funds. And the funds are needed, and they're needed daily. As a matter of fact, our ending date for this year is June 30th, and we'd like for any alumni listening to send that $100 in. But what we have done, we have been able to generate funds that have assisted the university in bringing both top quality students and not so top quality students. In other words, every student can't be a student. You're going to have some average students, and we have funds for both, for all types. But we've been able to enhance our enrollment and our participation in our university by having funds to spend external, the state funding. And we feel like we're doing a pretty good job, but we still could do better.
Very good. And of course, Ms. PQualls-Brooks, let's talk about Tennessee State University in review, which is to say that to give you an opportunity to talk about some of the important developments relative to Tennessee State University and the Public Relations Department, some things that you think our audience ought to be aware of this morning.
We'd like to say that I wouldn't know if it's a banner year in the more than 80-year history of the university, but it has certainly been a year that lives up to the theme of a commitment to excellence. We've had some wonderful things to happen at the university this year. First of all, our Africana Studies program was approved by the Tennessee Board of Regents and THAC. We now offer a bachelor's degree in Africana Studies, and it's the only pure Africana Studies program in the state of Tennessee. We have been approved for a master's program in the School of Nursing. And traditionally, our nursing students have scored highest on the state nursing exam than any of the nursing schools. And we have had a backlog of requests from those students who want to continue at TSU on a higher level. So that master's program has been approved. It begins this fall. So if there are any viewers out there who are interested in that program, we encourage you to call our School of Nursing. And the Africana Studies program, by the way, started this past January. Our College of Business was accredited by the AACSB. We are the only historically black public university in the nation to receive that accreditation. And we are the only fully accredited program in the Nashville area. And by fully approved or fully accredited, I mean that both our undergraduate and our graduate programs in the College of Business have been approved. So that really says a great deal for our academic programs here at the university. And to top that off, I saved it for last. I didn't forget it was Phi Kappa Phi. To mention that for me. No, I didn't forget it. I was saving to building my case.
That is the top honor.
The fully honor society that fully supports all disciplines throughout the university. And you really, students on the undergraduate level have to have a 3.7 GPA to be inducted, and graduate students have to have a 4.0. So what it does is says that we have that caliber of student here at Tennessee State University to get this type of honor society. And by the way, we're the only university in the Nashville area to have Phi Kappa Phi. And if there are people who joined at other universities who'd like to get involved in our chapter, we invite them to give us a call so we can get the proper information to them. So on an academic level, we have made some great leaps and bounds. Our $112 million construction project is coming to an end. And if anyone travels in the North Nashville area and sees our campus and haven't seen it in recent months, if you let a month go by, something happens and it becomes more and more beautiful. Mr. Gentry's development office, I almost said your office, but you're in two offices now, is located in one of the buildings that are the replicated Goodwill Manor. The Floyd Payne Campus Center was completed last year and is in operation and is a beautiful student-centered building. The Chemistry Boswell Complex has been completed, and we are now in the process of building a new women's dorm that will accommodate up to 420 women in suite-style rooms. It will have its own cafeteria, and it also will be handicapped accessible. So we are doing a number of